Hey, Lise Cartwright here, your favorite online business coach who is here to help you create an online business that's easy, fun, and profitable for you. No fluff, no BS, just actionable strategies you can implement inside every single video. And today I want to talk to you about the correlation between human design and an income in your business. And the reason that I wanted to share this is because in my membership, the Digital Income Accelerator, a lot of the foundational things, a lot of the things that I help people understand and implement is ensuring that you're creating a business that's easy, fun, and profitable based on what that looks like for you. So no one size fits all strategies. But then how do you not follow what other people are doing? And that's where the human design element comes in. And how I discovered this was back in 2020 when the world went a little bit crazy. And I remember thinking making a decision. It's the best way I can explain it, is making a decision, changing my mind immediately the next day, then making a decision and then changing my mind. And I must have done this about 7 different times throughout the week, right? When things went crazy and everything was so uncertain, I don't know what to do. And this is not normal for me. And it makes so much sense once I understood my human design. But it felt very messy, very uncertain, just not the way that I normally operate my business and just not the way that my life normally goes. So I did a little bit of Googling, and I think I was Googling, I cannot remember the exact wording that I used, but something along the lines of how to make decisions that stick, something along those lines. And there were 2 distinct things that popped up in my Google search results. Number 1 was the 7-year cycles. And if you've not read up on those, I will pop something down below this video to give you a little bit more context on that. And I definitely agree that we go through cycles, right? 7-year cycles. We go through 7-year cycles in life, certainly in business, and even the economy and just everything like that tends to have these 7-year cycles. It totally makes sense. So that started to give me a little bit of an understanding of potentially why I was feeling the way that I was feeling, but also, the world was locked down. So also there was that layer to it. And whilst that gave me a little bit more understanding of why things had been the way they were up until that point, that 7-year cycle information didn't give me help in making that decision that sticks, right? It didn't give me that. So the second thing that I found was human design. Now, I'm a huge personality quiz taker, love those. Like even when I was in my early teens, I would grab the magazines and the first thing I would do was whatever quiz was in there. And then as I've gotten older, I've done more personality profiling. So Myers-Briggs, Strengths Finders, which by the way, I love. Strengths Finders is awesome. Enneagram, right? Numerology, astrology, the 4 tendencies. So all of these different personality profiling tools are helpful, but I still couldn't refer back to any of them in terms of how to make those decisions. And that's where the human design piece really came in. And the reason why I'm sharing that is because I want you to understand how that direct correlation and what the direct impact has been on my business since I started following my strategy and authority. In other words, when I started doing the things that were easy and fun for me, when I stopped looking at what other people were doing and instead started trusting my way of doing things. Now, we can 100% look at how other people run their businesses, of course. Some of us need inspiration, me more so than others, particularly when you understand my chart and I'm manifesting generator, the sacral authority, but open head center. So not self-inspired. And my entire strategy is to respond to everything external. So I'm not here to act on anything that I dream up anyway, which actually makes life a lot easier. So anyway, what I wanted to do, and this is the clearest picture that I can paint for you, is to look at my Stripe account for all time. Now, I've been in business since 2012, but obviously I never started using Stripe until 2017. So you can see I've got this set to all time. And you'll see here, and let's just see if we can move me out of the way, that not really making a lot of money in the beginning. I was just kind of dabbling in 2017. This is when I really switched from being a full-time author into being a course creator and coach. So 2017 is when that all started to click. And you can see here, it's pretty slow going. There's a little bit trickling in, and then we get to kind of 2018. Things are starting to pick up. I'm starting to get a little bit more of an understanding of what it looks like to be a coach, all of those things. Anyway, feast and famine cycle is, you can see this. I've got dips, highs, lows, all feast and famine. 2019, things were starting to kind of make a little bit more sense. And then in 2020, and you can see here, March 2020, is when I discovered human design and when I started to follow my strategy and authority. In other words, I responded to things that excited me, that I was getting a heck yes from my gut, and energetically made decisions following my gut. Is this a yes or is this a no? Am I excited to do this, yes or no? Am I responding to something external? Am I creating in response? And this is exactly where this started to take off. And still a little bit feast and famine, but you'll notice that things really started to pick up. I started to see an increase. Then I had a little bit of a brain fart. I was adjusting, redoing things, and then I really just started to hone in on following strategy and authority. And from this point forward, you can see that things just really started. I had it's normal to have a dip for me in January because I typically take December, January off. Totally fine. And then you can just see it has continued to just go up and up and up and up. Still having a few dips, but all perfectly normal. One of my best months ever was August this year, and then things are just kind of starting to adjust and go from there. So this is all based on me following my gut. Everything I do now is, am I following my gut? Is it a yes or no? And that actually makes decision making extremely easy because I don't need to think about it. And that's the biggest thing. The correlation between following my human design and my income increasing is that I no longer think and talk myself out of things. I don't self-sabotage. Now, I'm not perfect. There are still moments where I still have brain farts and where I'm just like, okay, things are not going along easily, but now I have awareness. And the minute that you have that awareness, it's a lot easier to get back into alignment, to get yourself back on track, to just go, to take a step back and go, okay, where did I not respond? Or where am I trying to make something happen, right? I'm not designed to be that way. So let me step back into doing the things that are easy and fun for me. So if you haven't discovered your human design type, strategy and authority as yet, then comment below and I will send you a link to go and grab your chart, and it will give you the way that I approach human design is very much from a business perspective. So it will give you a breakdown on things from a business perspective, how your type is in business, how your strategy is, how your authority is. Those are the kind of 3 core elements that you will use again and again and again in your business. So in terms of your next steps, pay attention to the things that feel easy and fun for you. Every time that you see somebody else doing something in their business that you're just like, oh, I would love to do that, filter it through. Is this actually in my wheelhouse, right? Is this something that I can naturally just do? Now, there is a difference between, being fearful, right? Like feeling the fear and doing it anyway, and being able to step into the space in your body versus in your head. So if your fear is up here, then you are not making a decision that's aligned, because now the head is ruling the roost, which is not where we make decisions. If you feel fearful in your body, pay attention to that, and then just kind of step back and ask yourself the question, so how would this be easy? Where are my natural gifts, strengths, and talents? Where do they line up? So Human design, direct correlation. I am never going back to not following this, right? Like, why would I? It has been the biggest game changer for me in my business in the last 3 years. And I can't wait to just continue to see this grow and grow. Now, I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will chat with you soon. Take care.